Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We are here Monday, July 1st in the market. Monday, July the I sure hope you are accomplished in the first 6 months, and then saying, "What do I?" Excuse me. You can put right. It has. We have to do make changes. You make plans for message. They have to be in. We looked at the first 6 months. We can look back at it and see what I want to accomplish. And my own thing I was supposed to start doing well, because you can also say I'm doing well or I'm ahead of where I want it to be, and now I can keep pressing, because maybe you can adjust and set new goals. But you definitely want to be looking at how the first 6 months go. Otherwise, you'll look up and it'll be December and you'll be thinking about all the stuff you should have got done but didn't get done. I know we don't have any procrastinators in my ecosystem. Mm. I know we don't have any procrastinators in my ecosystem, even though I also know we probably do. We probably do some procrastinators, and we don't want to be. That's not going to be named among us. So we're looking at, how do we want July 1st through December 31st to be different than January 1st through June 30th, right? How do we want it to be different? You got to make a decision and you got to be intentional. All right. So good morning, Janae. Good morning, Marcia. How y'all doing this morning? We're up and running here. I believe we're live here on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Instagram, and we're live on YouTube. We're in all the places. Educator to trader is in all the places. Listen, hey, good morning, Asleen. As you're looking through, y'all know me, right? Arlissa Bostic Pinkleton on Facebook. Anybody who's just Arlissa Pinkleton is not me. So people, they're reaching out to people, asking folks to join their WhatsApp, getting some $5,000 program. Neither of those things are me. I don't do WhatsApp. I did when I lived in another country, but I don't now. And I don't have at this point a $5,000 program. So if you are signing up to work with somebody for $5,000, you're not giving that money to me. Now, I'm not saying I won't have a $5,000 program in the future, but at this point, I don't have a $5,000 program. So do not sign up for that. Hey, Tanya, you made it. So listen, don't fall for the folks. And then when you get those people who you know are not me, please report them and block and go do all the things you need to do. Tell them they're impersonating somebody you know. I was going through the different social media handles that I have this morning, the different channels, and having to go like search for myself, only to say that ain't me, to tell the social media platform that that ain't me. So that's what I was doing this morning. All right, let's look at what we got going. This week is going to be a short week in the market. We're going to have Thursday off for Independence Day. And from what I understand, Wednesday closes early. That Wednesday, the market closes at 1 o'clock. So not only are we having a short week, but we're having a short day within the week. All right. So the VIX is at 12.9 right now. It's up 3.6%. Of course, that is what it is. The VIX up, market may be down. We did see that there may be a little pullback in the S&P 500, but again, y'all know we always, what do? We trade what we see. All right, crucial June jobs report ushers in a new quarter. U.S. futures nudge higher as a new quarter kicks off, Boeing on edge as it awaits fateful decision from the DOJ, I guess Department of Justice. Tesla's running out of excuses for its prolonged sales slump. International elections will be a global volatility event. Is this the Tesla robo taxi killer? Meet the Vern. Ooh. McDonald's value meal hits $5. McDonald's $5 value meal hits the menus. Them the old days, because I went one day, it's been a minute now, and I was like, I'm gonna just run through here, grab me a little burger and fries, and that Big Mac meal was $10. I was like, what is this? Ain't even real meat. Morning, Carmen. $10 for a Big Mac and some fries? Are you and some sweet tea? Sweet tea costs, pennies. I was like, what is this? These barely real potatoes and meat. What, $10? I think not. I did get I ended up getting chicken tenders because I think that's the closest. Not the nuggets, because I don't know if the nuggets is real either. But chicken tenders, you got a better chance of that being real chicken with the chicken tenders than you do with the meat being real meat on that on that burger. Trading GameStop stock is like gambling. No duh there. Uh, Three things everybody gets wrong about U.S. presidents. I'm not going to the debate. We're not talking about the debate last week. I purposely have stayed out of it. Chewy shares rally. Remember, Janae, yesterday when I said something about Data Dog and that, Roaring Kitty had put something on about a dog, and then D Dog or Data Dog ran up. It says here Chewy shares rally 20%. Remember, I said that it could have been that Chewy could have run up also. I hadn't looked at Chewy, but it said the Chewy shares rally 20% after SEC filing reveals that Roaring Kitty Keith Gill has a 6.6% stake. That's where the dog came from. He put the dog on the thing, and then Chewy moved 20%. Wow. It's just a matter of time before they figure out what. I mean, it's kind of like he's an individual dude who could buy the stock he wants to buy. I mean, nobody can stop you from buying the stock you want to buy. I think their biggest issue is that he's able to do this kind of put posts and stuff, and then everybody moves as a result. They real big on manipulation. So we'll see what happens. Boeing agrees to buy the fuselage maker Spirit Aerosystems in a $4.7 billion deal. Boeing is buying somebody? Y'all need to get it together. I guess if they buy Spirit Aerosystem, maybe they'll get better fuselages. I don't know, but I don't know. Boeing might need to just stand down. You just need to chill maybe for a minute. I know Boeing does a lot more than airplanes, but they just not, they having some issues right now. Collapsed Bitcoin exchange, Mt. Gox is about to unload 9 billion of coins. What that means. Oh my goodness. Okay. Tom Lee stands by $150,000 Bitcoin view. Okay, we can move on from that. And our pre-markets show back up. It disappeared. There we go. The Dow futures is up 0.8%. S&P futures up 0.25%. NASDAQ futures up 0.26%. Oil is green, and so is 10-year bonds. Everything seems to be green right now. Jamie says Boeing needs to buy parts and that don't pop off planes. I mean, yeah. Tanya says we paying for the processing of the McDonald's meat. That's what we paying for, is the processing of the McDonald's meat. I'm like, why is this a $10 meal? I wasn't okay with that. I was not okay. I was not okay with that. But it's been a while now. So I just was, and even that $10 a while back, I was like, when did McDonald's get so vicious? But okay. Come on, baby. You can get bigger. There we go. Our meeting things for today. 9:45 this morning, we got final manufacturing PMI. And at 10 o'clock, we've got ISM manufacturing PMI and manufacturing prices. Those are red and orange folders. Construction spending also at 10 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, though, as you're making your stuff, tomorrow morning, Powell is going to speak right at 9:30. He's speaking at some conference, but he's speaking right when the market opens. So, of course, that will cause its own set of issues. JOLTS job openings will be tomorrow morning at 10. And then Wednesday, we've got some, non-farm employment and unemployment claims, but the market is going to close. FOMC minutes come out at 2, but I believe I saw somewhere that the market closes at 1. So even though the meeting minutes are going to come out at 2, if the market is closed at 1, then we won't feel that. And then on Thursday, we've got, 4th of July holiday, bank market is closed. And then Friday, we've got FOMC member Williams speaking in the morning at 5:40, markets closed. 8:30, we've got some employment stuff coming out, unemployment rate. And then at 11 o'clock, monetary policy. But this is all 8:30 before the market opens as well. So looks like, I won't say we're going to avoid the pitfalls and the landmines, as Jamie calls them. I'm not sure if we'll avoid those, but I want you to just know that because this is a short week, we're probably going to have low volume. People are probably going to be starting their vacations. It's a short. They're probably going to be taking their families on vacation. I think I saw somewhere on the news or something they were saying that like the most of the travel that happens in the summer happens this first week of July, because they partner it right up with 4th of July holidays and all of that. So keep those things in mind as you're trading this week. Low volume means that things may not do their normals, right? So if you're looking at buying things, you may want to look at buying out another week. If you're selling, of course, as sellers, we love theta decay and we're fine with low volume. So we're okay to do what we do as sellers, but if you're buying, you might want to keep that in mind. Anything happening today on investing.com? Manufacturing PMI 945, 10 o'clock. We talked about that. 11:30, we've got bill auctions, and Atlanta Fed GDP is at 12 o'clock. That's what's happening as far as investing.com goes. Okay. So, not sure why the chart is not filling in. All right, let's jump from here back to something else then while that decides it's going to get its life. There it is. It's coming up now, but we're moving on. Moving on. We're moving on. Okay, something show me on the screen. We don't have very many earnings for this week. We have just like 3 or 4. I'm sure there's more, but the ones that are on this graphic is only 3 or 4 earnings. And we've got Polestar on Tuesday. Nothing today, you see, nothing today. Polestar is tomorrow morning, MSC tomorrow morning, and Radius Recycling. Tomorrow afternoon, we've got SLP, which is Simulations Plus, is tomorrow afternoon. And then probably the one that's the most anticipated of these 5 is Constellation Brands. STZ is going to be Wednesday morning before the open. That's really the only, those are all the earnings whispers. We appreciate you guys and gals over there. That's the only ones we have for the week. Janae said they need to use Gorilla Glue on Boeing airplanes. They just might need to do some of that. So Adam Mancini, here we go. Adam is a level-to-level trader. He trades the ES. We trade SPX. So you have to make the movement as far as price goes. There's a 60-point gap between these two right now. And I have put it at the bottom of this graphic. Last week was all about one level in SPX, 54.59, which held 13 times, including a textbook fail breakdown on Friday, 3 p.m. to trigger longs. It's very simple. The bulls control above 54.59 and the bears control below 54.59. Very straightforward and simple. Above it, the bulls are in control. Below it, the bears are in control. The plan for today, 54.59 to 54.79 is pure chop. Pure chop, which means chop, 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 chop. It's going to go up and down, maybe in there. It needs to break out with 54.76 as the support. 54.67, sorry, I was looking someplace else. 54.67 is support, which is basically right in the middle of these two. It keeps 54.79, 54.92, and 5,500 plus alive. If we can stay above 54.67, we can go up to these other 3 numbers. Sell only if we're below 54.59. Okay, sell only if we're below that. All right. If you're trading XSP, we've got 550 on the call credit spread side and 545 on the put credit spread side. These aren't puts, these are credit spreads. Remember, I talked to sellers. So 550 call credit spread, somewhere in that zone, or 551. And 545 or below is a good put credit spread area. Not investment advice, just showing you what I see. Don't know if y'all were on last night, but if you were on yesterday, I wanted to share with you yet again how our last week's trades were 86% profitable. We had an 86% win rate. 19 were 100% profitable. 1 was partially breached and 2 were fully breached, but 86% win rate. We'll take it. Clap, 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 clap it up. Clap, 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 clap it up. I get the list from Peakbot, and then I put the strikes and stuff on here based on what I see on the charts. and the delta pieces of information that I pull out of the option chain. And that's how we come up with that. This is the trade ideas for this week. Option seller trade ideas. Okay, they're only ideas. All righty. We've got 4 of them on the put credit spread side. We've got a whole list of them. I think it's like 9 of them over here on the call credit spread side. See, things are a little more bearish than they were previously. Before, we had a whole long list of put credit spreads. Put credit spreads is bullish. Call credit spreads is bearish. Iron condors basically is doing a put credit spread and a call credit spread together. That's bullish. And we've got 4 things on that list. Now, I'm not sure if you are somebody who uses Peakbot. But if you are someone who uses Peakbot, Peakbot is starting their alerts this week, right? I was just mentioning the credit spreads, and we'll come back to that, and we'll come back to this. But Peakbot is putting out alerts. I'm not sure if it's the next slide. It's not. Let's go here first. Just 1 July. I'll come back around to Peakbot because what brought it to my mind was the watch list. The watch list is now going to update every 5 minutes instead of once a day. So just 1 July. This is what our community is looking at for the month of July. Just 1 July. Basically starting July 1st. Each day to trade 1 stock or to place 1 trade, just 1. Okay, we're going to help ourselves to prepare for the trade, enter the trade, manage the trade if you need to, and focus. We're going to prepare, enter, manage, and focus, right? That's the thing. So if we're doing just one per day, 1 stock per day, or 1 trade per day, whichever works for you. I put here next to this, the trades journal. Let me go see if I can find that link to go with that. The trades journal, you can get a free copy of this trades journal page. And the reason I'm bringing this up even or offering it is because I'm just going to give you one place that you can go and put your things on one page. That way you can, whether you want to do it electronically or whether you want to do it on pencil, maybe you're writing things down. I actually have chosen to write mine. If you're just writing them, let me see, where did I put that? Make sure I can grab it kind of quick. But if you just want to write it, you can write down or you can do it electronically. I didn't provide an electronic version, or if you just have that sheet, maybe you have some way to write on the PDF. And if so, you can write on it inside of your drive. I don't know where that thing is. Where are you? I thought I had a picture of it, but I think we did. So there we go. I put some other stuff here, and that's why. Where's the link? Where's the link? Where's the link? Okay, let me help myself. Help yourself. Okay, where are you? Maybe I'll go here and look for it. Yeah. Sorry, you all. I wanted to have the link and I thought I could grab it real quick, and it doesn't look like that is happening. Like I'm grabbing it really quick. It doesn't seem like it. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here's the link. I'll put it in the comments. That way you can. This is a trades journal PDF. It's just plain old. It's very simple, very straightforward. Doesn't require a whole lot of anything. Just go ahead and use that link and grab you a copy. Print yours. That's what I did. I printed me a few for the week so that I can focus on one. I can focus on one. Ooh, Lord, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. Focus on one. Right? Okay. I was swinging back to the credit spreads training because I put this list out of these are trade ideas, and all these trade ideas are credit spreads. So if you're doing credit spreads or you want to be able to do credit spreads to tap in on this 86% win rate, you need to know how to do credit spreads. So if you don't know how, but you would like to know how, I've got a vertical credit spread training. It's $47 at this point. It includes all the pieces of doing credit spreads and how do you manage your trades along the way, right? If you're being challenged or breached, how do you manage them, not challenge them? How do you manage them along the way? I shared this yesterday. Basically, it's my results of my triple Q1 DTE Iron Condor with Peakbot. Basically, we do this day. And each day the Peakbot does it automated. It's automated where every day at noon-ish, it enters these trades based on the delta that they've selected, and it enters and exits these trades all on its own. I don't have to do it, totally hands-free. And hands-free is good stuff, especially when you don't have the time to be watching, entering, trading. When you don't have the time to manage all these things, this is what you do. I do automated trading. I pick stocks. I let Peakbot do the entry and do the exit. And I just go on about my life. I can check it out periodically to see what they're doing, but I don't have to watch it all the time. But currently, or additionally, let me go there. Additionally, Peakbot is doing alerts. So if you don't want to be automated, or you can't because maybe you're using Robinhood or something and you can't be automated, then you could use the Peakbot alerts. Now, the way these alerts will work is every day, every day, 12 o'clock-ish, you're going to get an email that basically is a reminder to go ahead and look at the dashboard, see which trades are listed on the dashboard, and decide which ones you want to get in on. So the alerts are going to come with 10 credit spread suggestions, 10 credit spread suggestions, whether that it's going to tell you call credit spread or put credit spread. It's going to even tell you it's going to tell you the put credit spread, call credit spread. It's going to tell you which strikes to use, right? Let me see if I can drag up an example of what it'll look like. It's going to show you the stock. It's going to show you here's one. Let me see if I can bring it over here. And then I can, yep, there we go. Then I can put it on the screen. Let's go with that one. Okay. So I'll go here. This is what it will look like on the alerts. Don't use this because this is not updated, right? I'm just showing you this as an example. So don't be like, I'm just going to don't use this. It needs to be updated each day. This needs to be sent to you or doing while the market is open. This was what showed up yesterday, which the market was closed. Okay, so don't use this. But I wanted you to see an example. I should write something across here that says example. Right. But if you get the stocks that are listed here and they tell you this one is to sell the call and the put credit spread, call credit spread. Now, you don't have to use these same strikes. I would use the sell leg strike. You do want to use the sell leg strike. For those of you who know, the buy leg strike, that makes the spread wider. You don't have to go with that. But you definitely want to go with the sell leg strike, and you determine how wide you want your spread to be. That'll be up to you to decide that. But that's what that will look like. Let me see, where's the other one? I had one more. Oh, there we go. And this is the one that would be the Iron Condor entries. This is an example of what the Iron Condor's entries will look like. This says, now I'm loving this right here because these are all the 0 DTEs, but you're going to do them as 1 DTE. You're going to enter today with tomorrow's expiration. You enter with 1 DTE on these, and you're going to sell these Iron Condors 1 DTE. But look, XSP is on here. SPX is on here. This good business right here. XSP and SPX are both here. SPY, QQQ, IWM, NDX. Now, of course, why do we like XSP and SPX? They're cash settled. You don't ever have to worry about getting assigned or nothing like that. You put these on, they go do their thing, they expire, right? They expire whether in the money, out of the money, they expire, and you're good to go. All right. This comes with those alerts. This is the alert. So if you want to see about getting the Peakbot alerts, let me go back to the right screen. I need to go to, hello, where's my mouse? Okay, there we go. Let's bring it. I'll bring it myself since y'all don't want to bring me my mouse. So this is alerts. They're $5 a week. Use peakbot.com. And then you want to use free 2 for 2 weeks free of the alerts, 2 weeks of free alerts. So I am an influencer for Peakbot, but I do not get anything from these alerts. All right. So I'm just bringing up the alerts thing because I see that they could be very useful, especially for people who are like in my community. I know who are using Robinhood, and can't necessarily connect their automated to Peakbot, but would like to be able to have these suggestions. Then go with the alerts.usepeakbot.com. Okay, you can go ahead and get those. Do your 2 weeks of free and see if it works for what you're looking for. If you get your 2 weeks free, you're like, well, if this works for me, it don't work for me. I like this part, I don't like this part, and then for 2 weeks you can check it out, right? If you need a free charting checklist, basically, if you're charting and needs a free charting checklist, there is one available to you at Chart Your Way to 100K. Chart your way to 100K. All right, I'm going to go back to our trades list. Let's see what we have on here that we might want to look at. We didn't look at DocuSign yesterday. How about we look at DocuSign? Y'all want to look at that, or y'all want to look at Devin? Because energy is set to do its little thing, even though it's over here on the call credit spread list. BAC, Morgan. Did we look at Morgan Stanley? I don't think we did. I think I'm going to do Devin, Morgan Stanley, and I'm going to do FCX. What is FCX? It's Freeport something. What is FCX? What is FCX? What space is it in? What space is FCX in? Freeport, McMoran. What do they do? Let me go down here. Oh, I got to change to the other screen. Let me go down here to my lightning bolt and see what the lightning bolt has to say. On TradingView, this little lightning bolt definitely is helpful. Tell us what's going on, lightning bolt. There we go. Freeport McMoran ascends while market falls. Some facts to note: 7 stocks, ETFs. Investors heavily search Freeport McMoran. Here is what you need to know. Energy. Oh, their energy. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Janae. FCX is energy. Okay, what else did we have on there? We'll go with those 3. If there's something you want me to look at, then let me know. At this point, I'm looking at Devin, Morgan Stanley, and FCX. Triple Q. Okay. Hey, Pierre, how you doing? Well, now that we're on FCX, let's go ahead and look at that. Something is going, these lights, I'm having to look into the lights, and that is bothering me. So there we go. Looking into the wrong light. Step into the light, Carol Ann. Okay, so FCX, there's a gap here that has yet to be filled. Oh, not there. This one. I need to figure out how to put these things along the top. If somebody knows how I can put these tools along the top, I'm open to hear that. I could probably find out of course, I don't think about it until I'm on this call. And then I say, I need to put these up here where I can just pick them. But I haven't figured that out yet. All right. So support resistance. Let's see. Horizontal lines. We've got here one at 48. I believe that is. Is that an 8? Yes. And we have another one and another one down here in the 47.18. FCX is on the Iron Condor list because it's showing neutral as far as it's not bullish or bearish. It's neutral. So that's how it ends up on the Iron Condor list. And you see it has been in this zone between 50 and some change and 47 and some change, or 48. If you look here, 48 and some change. It's been in this zone for a little while, right? It's been in the zone for a minute. What did I put for? Let's see what I put for FCX. 47 on the put credit spread side and 50 on the call credit spread side. Morgan Stanley, I've got 94 on the put credit spread side, and Devin, I've got 49.5 on the call credit spread side. Okay. Now let's go back so I can see what we see. Hey Ward, how you doing? Okay, I put in FCX above 50, call credit spread 50, 51. Not investment advice, just possibilities. Possibilities. Now this takes us down to 47. PCS 47. 46, 47. There we go. It's what we see for an iron condor. And this is right in all this is in the zone. So this may be a good iron condor. I don't have Thinkorswim open, so I can't see how much money it's going to pay us, but that may be something you take a look at for energy for this week. Remember, this is a short week, but we like it because a couple days we're going to be closed and that theta is still going to be drawing up on us, and the market's going to be closed and we're going to be enjoying theta decay. Yes, we are. All right, let's go to Morgan Stanley. After this one, I'll go to Triple Q. Morgan Stanley, banking and finance seems to have had some steady movement. Banking and finance seems to have had some steady movement. So let's see what we see here. I don't know. I'm kind of seeing Morgan Stanley might be in a zone too. Y'all, we were just looking at iron condors. It's currently on the put credit spread list going upwards, but see how it's just kind of been languishing? It had a gap here, but this price action basically filled that gap. So that wouldn't be there, but we've been in this zone for a minute. Could it break out? Of course, but it hasn't broke out yet. This is a 2 up. This is basically a 2-1-2 reversal, 2-2-2 reversal for those who are stratters, for my stratter folks. Let me see. Is this the one I want to see? Not that one, because that one, when it changes the candle, what the candles look like, folks get nervous. Like, what? Why are those candles not showing up as red like they're supposed to be? This 2-2-2 reversal basically shows that it did a reverse. This box around it tells you that it's a strat combo to look at. But I'm liking, I have here 93.94 on the put credit spread side. Let me put that on here. I've got, is that a 4? Yes, it is. Put credit spread 93.94 on that side. But again, y'all know I like some iron condors, and for the way we're looking, even if you went, is this a gap that I put there? Nope, that's a fair value gap that's on here. I'm assuming, because it don't seem like did I put that there? It looks like I did. Okay, so drag this out. This gap has not been closed all the way. The gap between this back from May, that gap is not closed all the way. So there's going to be some resistance in there. We got a little bit of room. So even if you use the top of the gap as your resistance, right, that gives us, what's that, 98 and some change, not quite to 99. So even if you went up as far as that for your call credit spread 99, 100. Yes. Morgan Stanley is closer to $100, so it's gonna pay better money than, hey Lisa, it's gonna pay better money than Bank of America. It always shows up on our list, but it's a lower price stock, so it doesn't give as good premiums. So if you want better premiums, then maybe we'll look at Morgan Stanley. You take a check at Morgan Stanley and see if there's something of interest. If there's something of interest there. This is Triple Q. Now, Triple Q got a lot happening. We have charted this in the past. That's why we see so many lines and stuff on it, because we've looked at it before. Okay. Now, this resistance area is right here at 50, right? It's right at 500. No, what is that? 496, 497. Is that 497? Yes, it is. Okay, so if we were looking here, we'd want to definitely get above call credit spread. Shoot, 497. The current price is 480 though. So, and in the pre-market, it's at 480. So 500 is going to feel like it's way too high. I don't think you need to do that because I actually see, if we were going to put one more line on here, we could put another line right in here. If you want it to be in this one here, the where it turned around, that's 495, 496. So you don't really have to get up as high as there. But you still have upwards moving. So put credit spread, call credit spread. We're gonna have us an alert to look at midway through the day, and we'll look at that. Let's put our gap on here because I don't have this gap marked. Triple Q might come on back down and check out this gap. I don't know if we'd necessarily expect a whole bunch of movement this week, but you just never know. Sometimes we're on here and I'm like, well, it's probably not going to move too much. And it goes like a little train climbing up the railroad, not the railroad, the roller coaster climbing up the tracks. Chunk, 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 setting you up for the drop that will make your stomach act crazy. That's what it's doing. That's what it's doing. Where our support is at 480, because you see here we've got some support here at 480. So if you go below that, that should the current price is now 480.16. So definitely go down. I probably would get down below this number, which is what, 474. That's going to feel kind of far. 474, 6 points away. Let me look real quick to see what our plus minus number is. So when you're dealing with triple Q and SPY, we have to work those real time, but we do want to mark our levels. You're ahead of time. You can definitely mark your levels. That way, when you get into the day, you at least know what you're looking at and you have some stuff there to help you for the day. So let me see. I see the plus minus number is 2.3 for today. 2.3. So if it opens at 480 or 470 something, 2.3 would take us down to what? 478, 477, 476, something like that. Current price is 479. So no, 480. I'm looking at the wrong thing. 479 was where it closed Friday. 480. Between 479 and 480 is where it currently is like dancing around. So if you take 3 off of that, then you're at 477, and you put 3 to it, you're at 483. That gives you the range for. So 477 is down here, right in this area, which would correlate with this mark here, with this candle here, not this mark, that hammer there. 477 is right around in here. Let me make sure that's 477. So let's put us at below 477. Again, check real time. And then if you're going to go up, we got to call credit spread. See if I can type here. Yes, at above 483. Okay. Triple Q is there. We've got a whole list of things to look at. So if you've got questions, if you've got questions and comments and you're in my community or not, send me a message. We'll talk about what you're looking at. We'll talk about what you're looking at and see if what you're doing makes sense. Is MCK, is that Merck, or you want to look at McDonald's? I keep seeing people keep talking about the McDonald's. But let's see. MCK is McKesson Corp. We'll look at it. Well, it definitely has pulled back some for sure. McKesson is a $500 stock, but it's pulled back right into some support. It pulled right down to support. It's been on a little move here. Let's see if we can. Yeah, definitely been. It's probably got a decent ATR. What does McKesson Corp do? What do they do, Ward? We can go with our trend line. Well, according to these trends, it might have a little bit more downwards motion if it's kind of come back to this trend line. And you see that the moving average has curved back down. So this might be it's been in this zone, even though it's been climbing here. It's been in this zone. It dropped back out. You want to see what this next candle does. Definitely want to see what this next candle does because you may have more room. But iron condors might be an option there too. I don't know what McKesson does or what kind of movement or what kind of spreads. I don't know anything about this one, but I do a call credit spread above this big old number here, which is 612. Looks like. Obviously above 612. Current price is 585, and then let me see, what does McKesson have for a plus minus number? MCK. Their plus minus number is 12. So 12 from current. If you went down from here, you'll be at what, 5? Current price is 582, so 570. PCS at below 570. Actually, your call credit spread doesn't have to go as high as this. You got some resistances in the middle of here, and the current price is at 580. You really can put some more. There's some resistance at 590, and there's also going to be one in here, 603. So you really could get in closer, just above this. Moving average would work. Just go with plus minus 12 from where you are, which puts you at like 597. I'll change this to 597. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. For McKesson, you meant McCormick. Well, that's not McCormick. MCK is McKesson. What's McCormick? I think you looked at McCormick last week and it had a whole bunch of gaps. Didn't we see that last week? All righty, I'm going to have to wrap us up because I have got to go to school early today. Let me see where we are. If you're signing up for the alerts, you got alerts on Use Peakbot, alerts.usepeakbot.com. If you're somebody who's learning options and really want a little more information on options, then the options 411 is $17 at my website, educatortotrader.com. The E2T membership, where I'm always talking about stuff in my chats and those kind of things, that's the membership. 8:30 morning calls, which is what we're on right now. Weekly trainings on Thursdays, and monthly coaching call first Saturday of the month, which we're going to have this coming Saturday, and we might not. I'll talk to my community about that because I need to travel for a funeral. So we will not be on this Saturday because I will be at a funeral this Saturday. Our trader declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My accounts growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. It is you, Lord, who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war and our fingers to fight. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. All righty. So everybody, I really want you all to keep your head up. Okay. Remember what I talked about. We're on just 1 July. We're really focusing on trying to do one stock or one trade per day. Look for me to send out some information about those alerts in our Telegram for those who are in my community. And we're going to do 2 things. Stay green and get this money. All righty. I'll see y'all in the market. Goodbye, everyone.